Welcome to Passion for Books. My name is Kim, and today I'm bringing you my July Randomized Reading TBR list. These are all books chosen randomly from a number generator that I have coinciding with my book inventory of books that I already own that are on my bookshelves. So this is helping me cycle through my books and decide whether I'm going to keep the books or whether I need to donate them or give them away to other people so that they can enjoy them because I no longer am. So, after that really brief intro, let's get into the selection process. So I cleared out the history. Number 18 was from the last selection series. So let's get my next one. And this is book 279. Again, if you're not familiar with this series, I select the numbers, then I go figure out what they are, and then I come back and show you guys which books I will be reading. So this time around, I'm selecting 5 books. So let's see what the next number is. It's number 33. And if there are any repeat numbers, again, I will select new books to compensate for that as well. But out of 427, hopefully that's not going to be a problem. This is book 344. And you may hear Jester barking in the background. I've put him outside because he's been a little bit of a nuisance. Okay, book number 4's number is 257, and then the last selection is from book 59. If I also pick more than one big, thick book, a tome, then I will also switch out whichever one I don't particularly want to read right now. I will then use the number generator and figure out what that next book is to replace it. But hopefully none of these are tomes. Okay. So I'm going to pause the video and then get the books, and then I'll be right back. I have round up all of the books. I have 2 physical books and then 3 that are on my Kindle. So I'm going to start off with the physical books and then end with the ones that are on my Kindle. All right, so the first one is by one of my favorite authors. It's Christine Feehan, and it's Predatory Game, and this is what this guy looks like. It's been a while since I have read this one, so I'll read you a synopsis of what it is. It says, Sabre Winter is running from her past when she meets Jess Calhoun, an ex-Navy SEAL who is physically and emotionally compromised by his own mysterious and violent history as a ghost walker. What Jess senses in Sabre is a kindred spirit, a lost soul desperate for sanctuary. He offers her a home, a job, and a haven where she can safely reveal the secrets that shadow her. But danger follows her, too. Now the reels of both their paths are about to collide, shattering the promise of their future and with the ultimate betrayal. Okay. So again, the game series, or the Ghost Walker series, is about military going in and enhancing soldiers and their minds, and which causes them to have different psychic abilities. And the side story with the females in the books, they were experimented on as children, which gave them the technology to experiment then in future generations on the military individuals. So looking forward to reading this because I think it's been a while since I have read this one. So definitely interested in getting this one read this go around. And then the next physical book that I have is called Claimed by Shadow by Karen Chance. And this is what this guy looks like. And I don't remember the last time I read this book. So let us see what this one is about. A recent legacy made Cassandra Palmer heir to the title of Pythia, the world's chief clairvoyant. It's a position that usually comes with years of training, but Cassie's circumstances are a little unusual. And now she's stuck with a whopping amount of power that every vamp, fae, and mage in town wants to either monopolize or eradicate, and that she herself doesn't dare use. What's more, she's just discovered that a certain arrogant master vampire has put geese on her, a magical claim that warns off any would-be suitors and might also explain the rather intense attraction between them. But Cassie's had it with being jerked around, and anyone who tries it from now on is going to find out that she makes a very bad enemy. So again, a paranormal romance. Absolutely love them. As you probably can tell, my last 2 TBRs have had some type of paranormal in it. So can't wait to see if I remembered if I like this one or not, because I honestly don't remember the last time I have read this particular book. All right, so this is what this one looks like. Again, it is a shifter romance by Vivian Arend, and it happens to be the beginning of this particular series, so I'm thankful for that. Okay, again, I'll have the picture above, and now let's see what this book was about. Robin Maxwell doesn't care that her brother has to cancel out on their backcountry ski trip. She can do it alone. The fact she's deaf doesn't make her survival skills any weaker. The chance to get away from it all and relax in the Yukon wilderness is just what she's been craving. Meeting wilderness guide Kyle at the cabin starts craving of another kind. Kyle's one hot hunk of a ripped, tasty male. Now she has to deal with raging hormones as well as strange questions about wolves and mates and changes and challenges to the deaf. Kyle was trying for a nice reflective retreat before challenging for the alpha position of his Alaskan pack. He wasn't planning on meeting the woman destined to be his mate or finding out that she's not aware she has the gene of a wolf. Between dealing with his accident-prone younger brother, a deaf mate with an attitude, and an impending duel to the death, his week and his bed is suddenly full. Far from the relaxing getaway any of them had in mind. Okay. If I remember correctly, this is a shorter book, so it should not take me any time to actually get through this particular book, which is by James Dashner. It's The Kill Order. This, I think, might be the last book of this Maze Runner series. Well, technically it is the last book, but it's the prequel that he did after he did the first 3 books. So I guess fans wanted to know how this world actually came about, so he created the prequel after he wrote all of the other 3 books. All right, so this is The Kill Order, and I have been wanting to read this one. I started it, then stopped it, then started it, then stopped. So I never actually got all the way through this particular book, but I absolutely love The Maze Runner. The other 2 books in the series are really good as well. So I do recommend them if you've not picked this up. This would be a YA book, definitely. The other books that I have mentioned so far are all adult books. Before Wicked was formed, before the Glade was built, before Thomas entered the maze, sun flares hit the earth, killing most of the population. Mark and Trina were there when it happened. They survived, but now a virus that fills humans with murderous rage. They're convinced that there's a way to save those who are left if they can stay alive, because in this new, devastated world, every life has a price, and to some, you're worth more dead than alive. Okay, so again, this is, telling how, the Maze Runner series came about, and what caused all of that, kind of some background information. So yes, it is the 4th book, but it's the start of it all, if that makes sense. All right, I love when authors kind of go out of order like that, but we manage and make do. Okay, and then the last and final book, we'll do this one because it's not giving me an actual book cover, but I'll put another one up above if I can find one. So this is kind of what the inside cover that they have for the digital version. It's called Kiss of Midnight. It is book 1 from the Midnight Breed series by Laura Adrian. So this is kind of what it looks like, and then I will put another picture up on screen for you as well. If I'm not mistaken, this is a vampire book, but we will double check my theory. He watches her from across the crowded dance club, a sensual black-haired stranger who stirs Gabriel Maxwell's deepest fantasies. But nothing about this night or this man is what it seems. For when Gabrielle witnesses a murder outside the club, reality shifts into something dark and deadly. In that shattering instant, she is thrust into a realm she never knew existed, a realm where vampires stalk the shadows and a blood war is set to ignite. Lucan Thorne despises the violence carried out by his lawless brethren. A vampire himself, Lucan is a breed warrior sworn to protect his kind and the unwitting humans existing alongside them from the mounting threat of the rogues. Lucan cannot risk binding himself to a mortal woman, but when Gabrielle is targeted by his enemies, he has no choice but to bring her into the dark underworld he commands. Here, in the arms of the breed's formidable leader, Gabrielle will confront an extraordinary destiny of danger, seduction, and the darkest pleasures of all. Alright, so these are the books that are chosen for my July Randomized Reading TBR list. If any of these books interest you or any of these authors, please leave me comments down below. And until my next video, I hope you have a good one. Bye!